I definitely knew that that was on the wrong channel. 100%. That's really annoying. It's been quiet this whole time. Okay, so we've got sound now, I guess. Oh, shut up, phone. I'll put you on like mute phone. I'll snooze this. Hang on. Now that I've fixed the audio, I need to fix something else for a second. Settings. Edge, yeah, exactly. Edge shoe. I don't know. Load the selected save game. December 28th, 9:51 a.m. This is it, Judgment Day. Today things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. What? What's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my running with the stun gun yesterday. Oh, she's electric. No, we didn't save him. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck. Thanks. We got this. Look how happy he looks. Is this sound a little high, or is it good? I think it's a bit. Take it down to like there. I forgot that the last time I played this game, I had a different setup, so I have no idea how this sounds. Hopefully it's all good. Alright, let me get back into my... Where is it? I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Oh god, we got electrocuted again? What are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. Stop touching things! I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Damn it. Damn it, Maya. Maybe you should go outside and discharge. Go touch grass. Get out of here. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. I'm gonna drop this slightly in my ears as well. Alright, where were we? Oh no, not Gumshoe. She electrocuted Gumshoe. What's gone into that girl? How many volts are in a stun gun, guys? Because that's what's got into it. Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How did it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. My God, where was he? I just brought him in. Took all night. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name, but that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. I'm glad that we've got evidence to back up our hypothesis. I thought she was going outside. Why is she in the courtroom? Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. This is the last day. The defense is ready. The prosecution is ready. Look at that man. Look how adamant he is that he is ready. Right, very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood. Come on. Don't be ordered to silence for every little thing he says. Very well. Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's effort, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. That's good. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. But I'd like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well, that sounds suspicious. Please bring the witness into the court. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you will remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Wake up, witness. Why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away as he would not testify. Or was he gonna go get... He wanted to go get lunch. Is that what was going on? Very well, please begin your testimony. Here we go. He's gonna drop some truth bombs. I'm ready. Witness testimony. Why I left court. Go on. I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did, but I wasn't running away on nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly's. I see. Figured it got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motor things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is. Well, it's an ironclad testimony. We can't do nothing. He's innocent. We'll just have to let him walk. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, if we must. He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm gonna prove it. Alright, how do I do this again? Press the Q button until I win. Cool, you did running away, not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realized you were in danger. Badgering the witness. There's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony. It sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do, Von Karma and Yanni. But also relying on nothing. Why'd you just do it? He's just about to say why. So half of you just quietly listen when someone's talking? Yes. Yes, it is. If I sat quietly, Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes. Objection! Food. Well, Polly is a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack? Well, I kind of got lost, you see. No sense of direction. The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's going to believe that except for the judge. So he was lost. What makes you say that, huh? You've lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yep, seems like it. Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory. You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. If only I had proof. Almost proof is going on. That's impossible. Glad you come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well. Witness, please continue. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. You can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Same thing over and over again. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? No. No, you can't. You can call the witness memory of the past, the lack thereof, into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. Order, order. Mr. Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Ho ho ho! Now this is interesting. I'd like to know myself, so who is it? Don't play dumb von Karma. Please tell us the witness's name. It's this is a really hard question, guys. This guy. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi. That name seems familiar. Yanni Yogi from the DL-6 incident. I figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Jump into conclusions again. This witness is Yanni Yogi fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this in court? This is a court of law, as you may recall, you need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. Oh, hey, Kathy. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Elementary, in fact. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. That makes sense. Huh? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? He's burnt his fingers, so he doesn't have any fingerprints. The witness has no fingerprints? What? No way! You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burnt my fingers working with the stuff. What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past. They grow back. But the music, what do you mean? Is it too low? What's wrong with the music? Definitely, what's wrong with the music? Tell me. Too loud? Well, you've had ages to tell me. You're too loud. I haven't changed any other settings. Maybe it's you. How are you, Kathy? Kathy, music is okay. If it's too petty. Put it there. It'll be at 70. That should be fine. This should be fine. Actually, no, I want to go back to 60. Go here. There we go. This is our life now. There we go. All right. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past. Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity, except for no. Tisk. Well, what will you do now, Mr. Wright? I will pull evidence out of my butt. Here we go. It seems that the case has been decided, no? No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. Nick, what are we going to do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief. Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Crossing Mr. Von Karma up on my proposal? I would like to cross-examine the parrot. Let's go. Order. Well, what do you think, Von Karma? Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object. Objection. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Okay, good luck getting home, Kathy. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences. They'll have my badge for this. My little badge. Well, still want to go through with your little game? I'm doing it. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except for the parrot. Oh, this whole case hinges on a parrot. At least I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. Look at that majestic beast. That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name. The witness is ignoring me. You must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please testify for us. Hello, hello. Well, that was a great testimony. The answer is no. Parrots cannot testify in court as they cannot swear an oath and show a level of understanding required in court. Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination. What are you going to do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do? Alright. Who is your daddy and what does he do? Hold it right there, Polly. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. You talk to him. Right, what do I say? Have we forgotten something? As I recall, 2 days ago. Polly, have we forgotten something? Squad, don't forget the DL-6 incident. Dun, 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 dun. If I can get Polly to say that here, that will prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL-6. And Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello. That's not what you're supposed to say. We forgot something, we forgot. Uh-oh, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it. This is ridiculous. Why would she say it? You didn't say Polly. Tis. Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Wait a second. Don't tell me Ron Camera expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we'd forgotten anything? It's a different parrot. Well, I guess we should try getting some information out of me to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi. Okay. I'm gonna press this ... Witness, you're here to speak. You must speak to me. Frankly, I can't believe that you're speaking to the parrot. Well, I guess we should try to get some information. Right, okay. This evidence clearly was... God damn it. Do I need to press her again? Okay, let's try this again. Ah, here you go. What's your name? Maybe we should get her to say her name. Polly, what's your name? Polly, okay. I think we've established that the parrot's name is Polly. Does this have anything to do with Rena's... Of course. Yes, it does. Ha, fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity and show us this proof. Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluff a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is... Oh, I can check this, can I? Let me check. Oh, it's only got 3 things. Polly Jenkins! Take that! The DL-6 case file. That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on then? Page 3. Show us to stop wasting our time. Very well. Mr. Wright, please show us on the page. Where in this file is the information connected to this parrot's name? Oh, bugger. Which page was it? What page was it? I don't remember. I was just there. What page was it? It's on the suspect's data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? Indeed, it does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name, Haimu? Polly Jenkins. Polly. Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see. I guess that is possible. You popped up on my next up thing after watching another unrelated video. You're right. You're right, Biona. How's it going? A mere coincidence, that is all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. That's just mean. That's just mean, Von Karma. That's just mean. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old. God damn. Alone is a little weak for evidence in the murder trial. We will need some other corroborating evidence. I'm in the algorithm. Go me. We're going places. We're moving on up. Where am I going to find corroborate blah 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 blah? I need to find evidence. One more. If we can just get one more piece of evidence. But what evidence? Very well. Witness, you may continue. Well, I guess this is great. Alright, let's press her on this again. Alright. What do I say? What's the safe number? Maybe I'll get it to say the number of that safe. Huh? The safe, why? Because then it proves that something, I don't know. Let's just try to get it to say anything, okay? Polly, what was the numbers of the safe in the shack? 1228. Alright, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Ha, ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? What's in here? Ah! Boom! Case summary. Let's go. Genius. I'm a genius. Take that! What is it you have with this case? Mr. Wright, where in this file is something relating to that safe number? Case summary. It's on the case summary page, Your Honor. The case summary. Specifically the date on which the DL-6 incident occurred. The date of the incident, December 28th. Why, that's today's date. 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. He used the date of the DL-6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. This is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card's number to 0001 because I'm number 1. This has nothing to do with a date. Nothing. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence, that's all. True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately. He's run away again. Witness, tell us your name. Wait. This witness, he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. Oh, look at him. He's all serious now. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. He's been hiding his power level this whole time. Acting for 15 years, that's commitment. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Yanni Yogi, so what is it? So was it you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Mars Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said it was... No, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent and get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Mars Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge against Mars Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Dun dun dun. Anyway, I admit it. I was the something blah 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 blah. He was the guy who killed Robert Hammond. Case closed. Where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then the defendant Mars Edgeworth is innocent in this case, at least. We did it! We saved Edgeworth, and all we had to do was talk to a parrot. Would the defendant please take the stand? Can you stop going off? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? His perfect defense, prosecution record. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Mars Edgeworth, not guilty. Aw, yeah. That is all. This court is adjourned. Game over, guys. We did it. Objection! Did someone just say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. He objected to himself. Damn it, Edgeworth! That means no. Why? Why, Edgeworth? We were so close. Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. Edgeworth, why? Why? As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what, Nick? Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them that he was the one. He was the murderer in the DR-6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. This is the worst. What do I do? Raise an objection. Objection. The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's objection. You can't object to my objection of the objection, Von Karma. Stop it. Didn't sound like this happened yesterday too. I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. That would be Larry. We must hear this new statement. We must hear Mars Edgeworth. He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out. Damn it, Edgeworth. You just had to be quiet and this never would have happened. For 15 years, I have had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean, in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DR-6 incident was... It was me, Mars Edgeworth. Prosecutor at law. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I'm guilty for the DR-6 incident. The statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me. Objection. Objection. Order. This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. It's obvious. We hold a trial right here, right now. God damn it. We tried this man for his crime of 15 years ago. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. We haven't got any evidence. We've got like... How can you do a trial in like... It's impossible. It's too late. It's just too late. You wouldn't be able to get all like your evidence in order before you would even be able to start the trial before the statutes of limitations was up. It's impossible. During the time I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all your effort. Well, thanks a lot, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, detective, but it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. You've been punishing yourself for 15 years, Edgeworth. What you doing, mate? What you doing? Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. No, sometimes murder's manslaughter, which is like murder, but is technically different. Technically. This is crazy. It's just crazy. Nick, what are you doing? Huh? Oh, I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case for what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it in court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent, trust me. Right, you're an idiot. Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute's limitations on the DR-6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. I object to nothing, except for ejections. No, Your Honor, Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? Alright. Let's cross-examine him. State your name and profession. Miles Edgeworth, I'm a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Worship, 15 years ago you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. If only we could remember what happened yesterday, which wasn't like 2 months ago now. If only we could remember. Please, please. We've got to win. That day I'd gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. Yeah. You're out, Fortuna? Yeah. We played up to here ages ago, and then we stopped playing for like 2 months. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all, man. And until now, you thought this memory was a dream. We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. It's a long time to be stuck in an elevator, to be fair. The oxygen in the elevator ran out and I lost my memory of the events. I feel like that's just a poorly designed elevator, you know? They should have, like, ventilation. Bah. The same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, here we go. We're going to prove that Edgeworth is an idiot. Hold it. What was the trial your father was involved in on that day? I don't remember things very clearly. Only two things. I know my father lost and Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney. My God. Mr. Von Karma, you were handling that case? It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the details. That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Karma's evidence. As you went to leave, an earthquake struck. Hold it. So there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator? Yes. Myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first, but then as time passed and no one came to help, my father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. What did you do then? He cried in the corner. I was a 9-year-old boy at the time, what could I do? I was scared, trembling. See, I told you, he was crying in the corner. But then, what was it? It was a gun. A pistol, I assumed it was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster. And you picked it up, and what happened now? You threw it. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous, but the air was getting so thick I panicked. So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi? I was in a daze. The gun fired once? Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and that horrible scream. The scream. What scream? Explain. To this day? Yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live. There it is. One part of the testimony clearly contradicts the evidence, but I don't know what it means. Better find out and quick. What's the scream doing? Aaron the audit was auction completed at the time of incidents. Tried to know later, turner from Lost Trails, and one bullet found in heart. The murder weapon was fired twice! Pages of victim data. Take that. Are you sure you only had one gunshot? I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream, then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor, unfortunately you don't. Look at this file once more. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? Yes, I do. I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony? Victim data. Look at the victim data in this file. It says quite plainly the murder weapon was fired twice. Take that. Miles Edgeworth only had one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was fired. So who fired the remaining shots? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot? Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, This incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What? I see. You do have a point. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with this case? Sure. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof. What? Impossible! Bacana. Now, Mr. Von Karma. Save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright, show us your proof. Do you have evidence that the second firing of the pistol was related to this incident? Look at this photograph. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired? Where? Your Honor, please, just look at the photo. Just look at this photograph. As should be obvious, the contradiction is here. I see a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. Yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. Hold on. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart, the other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot was fired. The shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL-6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page? The case summary page. Hang on. Let me just get rid of that. There we go. Can we delete this message as well? There we go. Where were we? Look what's written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door. I see. I see. I will have order. Order. Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly. That the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked this second bullet. So all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid that I have to discount the defense's claim. Tisk. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. Gah, how did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, mate. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick, if the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. Huh. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. We've got to stack the deck. I'm sorry, it's just when I saw the photograph, I thought the 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it, I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Mars Edgeworth, precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Mars Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No, I do not. So you killed your father, though that was not your intention? Yes, I did. Oh no. He's accepted the guilt. Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here. Right now. Indeed. Does anyone have any objections? Been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I know. My mind's gone blank. I can't find the words. Mr. Wright? I have an objection. Objection! Your Honor? I object. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object, Oof, Nick, I don't know. This case is perfect. It must exist. The second bullet. What? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it. It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet. It existed. What? But we just had proof that it did not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm grasping. So someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer. The murderer? Then tell us just who is this murderer? I'm still thinking about that one. So the criminal took the second bullet, but why? Huh? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for the bullet? The murderer had to find it. Of course, there was a need, that's why they took it. But what possible reason could they have had? Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene is the bullet would be proof. No, that's misleading phrasing. Proof. It was a special bullet, so they took it with them. If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well. Huh? I misread that, you know. Why would they only take one of the 2 shots fired? Oh, right. Mr. Wright, have you really thought this through? I'm gonna have to... Like, you misled... That was a misleading thing. No, oh, come on, you've changed the things on me again. Why would you give me a 2-choice option, and then when I get the second part of it wrong, take me to the beginning part again? It's dumb. I haven't got a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Bah. The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. Had to take it. Had to take it. You're thinking of... Right. Yeah, that's great. I'll be on the right track. Just go away, Maya. Just go away. I was doing alright until they reset the thing on me again. It had to be taken. But the murderer had to take that bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright. What do you mean? Well, for instance what? Maybe the bullet hit the murderer? The bullet hit the murderer? Just saying, for instance, I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there, you know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened? Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murder, the murderer themselves was shot. and they left with the second bullet still inside of them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime? Yes. Exactly that. But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from that elevator, Mars Edgeworth and Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean the murderer came from outside. The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol and his feet throws it. Pistol discharges in the bullet. The bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door, sees the men inside. Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. What are you saying? Deny it, deny it. No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick. Huh? I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy? Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Well, it must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. An unusual event for the man. That was the first and last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. It was Von Karma the whole time. He didn't take a vacation because of shock. He took a vacation because he was shot. Which would mean, it could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL-6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma. Oh man. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from the outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Yes, I can. Should I come out and say it now? Screw it, let's go all in. Your Honor, there is a suspect, one lone suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect? Oh, maybe my hands are shaking. Well, Von Karma. Von Karma. You mean the Von Karma, the prosecutor, the one standing right over there? Bah, you don't object? I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst? Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because it's true. Because you took a vacation for several months, starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident. Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Nick, let's find out who his doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth. I know Von Karma perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. He operated on himself. Nobody's that perfect. So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Wait. What does that mean? We have a metal detector still! We have a metal detector! That bullet has to be somewhere, but... Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot? Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know how you like to get so much. What? The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is... Take that! Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean. That's right. There is the possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Take this. Is that even possible for all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. He could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm gonna run this over you and we'll see what we find. I refuse. You refuse? But refusing, this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you? He used the butter knife to operate himself. Order, order, order. Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. We have no time. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you'll submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. Beep. Beep, 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 beep. It reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma. It was you. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL-6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relationship to the case. Damn it! He's got us with this one simple trick. But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here. Not I. Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from the DL-6 incident? Of course he can. You don't have any evidence. You don't have any of the DL-6 evidence. Yes, we do. That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. That's where you're wrong. I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I do have evidence. What? You were close. One day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. What? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL-6 incident. And here's my final proof. Take that. That's a bullet? Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL-6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact. Oh yeah. Ballistic markings. You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate. Dun dun dun. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. And the other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. Dun dun dun. We could analyze both bullets. Then if the markings match, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove that bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And then you'll go to jail. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? Oh no, we broke. We broke him. We broke him. We broke him. That scream. I've heard that scream before. It's like from your nightmares. Wait, I know. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet. I said quiet, you're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my air. Stop breathing my air. Froze the gun. Get away. Get away from my father. Bang. Ah. It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed. Decisive evidence. Edgeworth. Only you would dare defy me. So it was you. You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record, my perfect record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you. I'll bury you. Oh my god. 15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor, I'm sorry. On Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. That was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth. It was a shock like none I had ever known. Me. Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then there was a noise. And I got shot. I was in pain. A horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge? What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Charade. Now end it. Very well. It appears that we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. You are innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. Ah, yeah, we're so good. We're such a good lawyer. Man. So good. Too good at our jobs, guys. Too good at our jobs. That is all. The court is there. Wait. Eh? Why is Von Karma not guilty, huh? What is this? Nick, we did it. Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed. I've got to say I'm impressed. It's pretty close, though. We did a good job. We saved Edgeworth, guys. We did it. I was sure we'd had it. And I was on the verge of tears the whole time. But now it's all just a good memory. So it's finally over, Edgeworth. It's finally over. Yeah. I'm not sure how to say this. I know. You try thank you. Nah, it's not good enough. I see. Ah, he thanked us. You're welcome. I think you could have done better than that. It was good. It was a good first try. I'm not good at this sort of thing. You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. A lot to learn. If only you had your own game series. She's got you there. Murderers and corruption. Good memory. Good memory. Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Aw, man. I want dinner. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month, but who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you, by buying people food. Let's see. I feel foolish. Don't worry, take it a little at a time, you'll get used to it. No, you won't. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Oh no, it's Lotta! Hey y'all. It's that Texan. Y'all were great in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats. Thank you very much. I knew you were innocent from the start. No, you didn't, Lotta. No, you freaking didn't. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there. You were the witness on the first day of trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones. Damn it, Lotta. Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? And me? I went back to college. She went back to college? I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Huh? It's over, Nick. My life is over. Why the sad face? Larry's girlfriend broke up with him again. Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Kianse. She's leaving me behind. I missed half of that, but that's fine. Should have seen it come. We did see it coming. Edgy, there you are. Here he is. Congratulations. Here, a little gift from me in celebration. What is it? Is this a bill? That's unusual for you. What is it? Harry Butch, you came along too. No, you come along tonight too. My treat, pal. Thanks, looking forward to it. He's free food for Larry, man. Larry deserves some free food. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for like prison food, right? Right? I think you'll be fine, Larry, until you break the law again. Right. What's up? That envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38. Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. Wait, $38 exactly? Nick, wasn't that the exact amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? No. No, Larry! Larry! What are you so surprised about, Wright? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day, 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Too well. You may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know. Really, right. I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth. You should have told me. Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. It's not a traumatic memory, you see. Don't you think that the statute's limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes. There you have it. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you have always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily too. That's what he said, Larry. The death sentence for both of you. Everybody gets the death sentence. It is Alf. It is some adult fanfic. I'm surprised that anyone can remember anything after 15 years. I thought, what even happened 15 years ago? What was that? That was 10 years ago was 2012. So 2007. What even happened in 2007? I'm gonna do a quick Google. Games 2007. What came out in 2007? Super Mario Galaxy and Bioshock came out in 2007. Portal came out in 2007. Wow. Assassin's Creed is 15 years old. Did Crisis come out in 2007? I think you're wrong. When did Crisis come out? Oh, it did. It came out at the tail end of 2007. Yeah. Came out November 13th. It's right. Nobody could run it until 2010, so that's why it's not mentioned. All right, man. If only I had known, I'd have become a prosecutor. The same goes for me, only the other way round. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth, want to switch, right? Here you go. Line up, I'll take a photo. Yay! Commemorative photo time. I hate these. And after that, did as ought be. Yay! Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. Case solved. Well, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's still only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter. Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Goodbye forever. She'll never finish her training. What time is it? Ugh. The first train from Manus have already left to the station. She's already gone. She's not even here. I guess I'm too late. Oh no, she's still in. Never mind. Nick, Maya. So you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. Yeah, that would kind of suck if your whole thing is to do one thing and you can't do that one thing. Man, imagine being a streamer who can't stream. Like, that must suck. That must be really difficult, you know. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? She's gonna cry. She's gonna cry. Wait. What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Maya's voice. Mia's voice, even. Now, you heard my sister? Yes. Only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped me, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless. But you were the one who stopped Von Karma. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in the daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Show Maya some evidence. Okay, fine. This. Take that. A bullet? Von Karma was convinced he had taken all of the evidence pertaining to DL-6. But you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma, and you were the one who gave it to me. Nick, thanks. I couldn't have done it without you. You saved the day. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm going to complete my training and come back. Huh? Okay. I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless. We are not hopeless. We've won every single case. I don't know about that. Now get in your training. Get out of here. This is it. See you soon. She's crying because she walks into the door. How are you just casually walking around with criminal evidence in your pocket? Because we're just that good of a lawyer. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page. And say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast of characters. Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim? Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh, I got a bad feeling about this. Ah, well, we did it. We did it, guys. We finished Ace Attorney. We saved Edgeworth. Hey, pal. Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Detective Gumshoe. Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kind of like he was embarrassed or something. That sounds like him. We can wash our hands of this series for a bit now. Nick? Nah, I haven't seen him lately. I finished 1/6 of Ace Attorney, yeah. That Missy's a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you call a cheap date, huh? Oh, she's in Hawaii right now, yeah. Wrong emote. Nah, we're washing our hands of this, Moo. We're washing our hands of it. We're not playing another Ace Attorney for a while. Objection! What, Chippy? What do you mean? Who, Wright? Yeah, I remember him. I heard he's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything. Shut up, Payne. I'm sure I'm not grateful, Payne. I'm playing the character I'm meant to be. I have the whole series on YouTube, Chippy. Well, the whole series of the first one. Oh, it's this bellboy guy. Phoenix, right? Ah, the defense attorney for whom I wrote that affidavit for. You know, you should know I've taken over management of the Gatewater Hotel recently. Should you be in the area, please stop by. Yeah. We'll get to the rest of them eventually, but like, I am 100% in no rush to do more of these. There's so much talking. Ahem. Oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright. Yes. Mia's understudy, blah blah blah. I wonder how he's doing. Haven't seen him of late. The days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. If only you still had your painting. If only you still had your painting. I'm kind of annoyed that when they did these remasters, they didn't add voice acting. Ah, it's old bag. Oh man, Phoenix Wright, is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. Okay, okay, yeah, something about DVDs. Something about DVDs. Oh yes, Will Powers. I'm pleased to announce that something about Pink Princess. Blah blah. I'm keeping my face out of the public eye till that show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know. The auto scroll is a little fast. It's just a little fast. I got a letter from Maya the other day. It sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but I didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She says she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at anyway? Do we get to see the kid? Cody. Was his name Cody? Yeah, Cody. Right, who's that? You want to talk? Let's talk Pink Princess, alright? Man. But you know, I snuck into the studio the other day and I saw her. The one inside the Pink Princess suit. What a talk. It was kind of a shock for a boy of my tender age. Poor Cody. Yeah, I remember, right? That lawyer guy, huh? I'm in training to become a paranormal photographer. You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them there's a ghost. For real. Now that's talent. I'm gonna be famous. What's this? Ghost Trick is another what now? Ghost Trick is another good similar game. Oh look, there is a ghost. What is Ghost Trick? I need to wait until this finishes because it doesn't do like borderless, so I won't be able to. It'll like a brand new episode has been no. I'm sorry, we're not doing episode 5. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're gonna leave it here. This was DLC. This doesn't count. This is when they put it on the DS. Oh, I'm gonna quickly have a look at this Ghost Trick. What was it from? Oh. I think I saw this. Back when it had an R4 card. If you know what one of those is. Episode 5 is... Episode 5 they made for the DS, didn't they? Like, because originally it was on the Game Boy. The GBA, no? I think it was on the GBA first. And then they ported it to the DS. I know I'm late, but I'll catch you next time. That's nice. Next time will be Sunday. We're going to play the new AI Somnium Files. So hopefully people will be around for that solitaire time. Yeah. I don't know if there's anything else I want to do. I think we'll just end it here. I don't want to get into this end game. But like the next time we pick up Phoenix Wright, like this is a good point to stop, if you know what I mean. Because we've tied everything up in a neat bow. But yeah, I'll look out for you next time, Marionette. It'll be nice to see you. So yeah. Oh, actually, I'll before I do anything else, let me do this. You can see my card and it's got like all my schedule and stuff. So check it out. All right. I know it was a bit of a short one, guys, but we've done what we had to do. We saved Edgeworth. We can move on and come back to this without it hanging over my head for a bit. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I appreciate you guys turning out. And I'll see you next time. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. I might stream something like in the evening, but like it's nothing confirmed. All right. So I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye. How do I end this stream again? Yes, over this way. Actually, I should put this up first. There we go. Look at that. It's ending. We're ending.